Archangel Michael is crying, and he desperately wants you to hear this. He is begging for your attention because everyone else has turned away from him. He says, "Beloved, I know you will not skip like 99% of people because deep in your soul, you still believe in something bigger than the world. Something holy, something true, something that still hears prayers and still answers tears in silence. That something is this moment. And Archangel Michael knows that you were meant to see this now, not later, not tomorrow, now. His wings are trembling because you are his last hope today. He says, your name has been echoing in heaven, but no one on earth is listening except you. Please don't scroll away. Not now. Not when heaven is weeping and trying to reach you. You have no idea what just missed you. And Michael says that's the point. You weren't supposed to know what danger was coming to your house because he blocked it quietly, painfully, alone. He didn't ask for anything in return, only this one moment, just your eyes, just your presence. He's not here to scare you. He's here to show you what no one else can. What's about to happen in your life was written long ago, and heaven cannot allow you to be unprepared anymore. Michael says, child, if you knew the enemies I fought for you this week, you would never again doubt if you were loved. You would fall to your knees, not in fear but in gratitude. And now he's whispering this truth to you, trembling, glowing, crying out because time is running out. A window in heaven is closing soon, and the message you're about to hear will not come again in this lifetime. He says, you've skipped me before, I forgave you. But if you skip now, something sacred will vanish forever. Listen closely. That lump in your throat, that ache in your chest right now, that is not just emotion. That's recognition. That's your soul remembering what it forgot. Michael says you're not crazy. You're not broken. You're chosen. You've been fighting spiritual battles with no weapons, walking through storms with no umbrella, but heaven saw everything. And I cried for you when no one else knew your pain. This is why he's here, because your strength is holy. And it's time you finally understood why. You've been lied to by this world, lied to by timing, lied to by silence. You've wondered why certain doors never opened. But Michael says they didn't open because you weren't supposed to walk through traps disguised as blessings. Your delays were protection. And tonight, something will try to return. Something from your past, or something wearing a new face but carrying old pain. Michael is standing in front of it, sword drawn, guarding you while you hear this because what he's about to reveal may change everything. But you must stay for just a little longer. This is not just a video. It's a holy appointment, and you're not here by accident. Michael says you were guided here. You thought it was chance. It was never chance. It was a divine interception. That shaking in your hands, that's angelic presence. That heaviness in your chest, that's the spiritual realm leaning in close, closer than it's ever been. God is trying to talk to you through this right now, not through a dream, not through a sign you might miss, but through these exact words. Don't ignore this miracle. Michael says he's watched you cry at night and pretend to be fine during the day. He saw when your faith almost cracked, when you thought, "Why me?" And when you nearly gave up, he didn't stop loving you. He fought harder for you. You weren't abandoned. You were being prepared for what's coming next. Because yes, something is coming. And Michael says, if you prepare your heart now, it will not break again the same way. You will not be betrayed again by what once destroyed you. You will be wiser, stronger, ready. And if this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this because the truth is, this message is only being shown to a very specific group. It's hidden in plain sight for a reason. Michael says, "I whispered your name in the year of heaven, and this was the only way to reach you in time. Everyone else skipped it, but you stayed, and for that, heaven rejoices." There's a reason you feel like your life is standing on the edge of something. You can't explain it, but you know something is about to shift. And you're right. Michael confirms there is a door opening, but it is not just any door. It is a door heaven has locked away for this exact season in your life. It holds your next chapter, your unexpected miracle, your overdue justice. And the person who has been watching you, they're not random. Michael says they were sent. They were instructed, but only if your heart remains awake. You see, not everyone will understand your glow. Not everyone will support your blessing. And that's why some had to leave before this message arrived. Michael says, some people in your life were never meant to walk into your miracle because they would have tried to stale it, or ruin it, or confuse you into thinking it wasn't yours. But now that they're gone, the energy is finally clear for this moment, for your restoration, for your divine realignment. And oh, Michael says there is someone from your past who still thinks about you, someone who said they didn't care, but they lied. Their spirit is disturbed lately. They keep dreaming of you, and they don't understand why. But Michael does, because heaven is showing them glimpses of who you are becoming. And it's making them question everything they thought they knew. Don't go chasing them. Don't message. Don't reach out. Just rise, because they're being sent a message too. And it's your strength they will feel from afar. Heaven's preparing something wild, something unexplainable, and Michael is already placing the right people, the right moments, the right alignments in motion for you. But you must walk forward with eyes wide open. You can't bring old fears into this new chapter. The fear of being abandoned, the fear of not being enough, the fear that it's too late. Michael says, nothing heaven has planned for you will miss you unless you choose to run. And oh, Michael says, there is someone from your past who still thinks about you, someone who said they didn't care, but they lied. Their spirit is disturbed lately. They keep dreaming of you, and they don't understand why. But Michael does, because heaven is showing them glimpses of who you are becoming. and it's making them question everything they thought they knew. Don't go chasing them. Don't message. Don't reach out. Just rise because they're being sent a message too. And it's your strength they will feel from afar. Heaven's preparing something wild, something unexplainable, and Michael is already placing the right people, the right moments, the right alignments in motion for you. But you must walk forward with eyes wide open. You can't bring old fears into this new chapter. The fear of being abandoned, the fear of not being enough, the fear that it's too late. Michael says, nothing heaven has planned for you will miss you unless you choose to run. And beloved, I know your spirit is tired, but this message, this one, is your refilling. Let the words pour into the cracks you've hidden from the world. Let heaven speak to you through the storm inside your mind. It's not too late. You haven't missed it. And Michael, he hasn't left your side, not for a second. He's been waiting for this conversation, not as a warrior, but as your friend. Michael says softly now, beloved, I've walked behind you in shadows, carrying the weight you couldn't carry. You thought you were alone. You thought no one saw your silent battles, but I did. And every time you whispered, God, I can't take it anymore, heaven thundered with compassion. You didn't break. Even when you wanted to, even when it would have been easier to disappear, you stayed. And that decision to stay alive, to stay hopeful, that was your spiritual victory. That was the moment heaven marked you as a survivor of unseen wars. You were never weak. You were training for this divine hour, because now a new calling is upon you, and Michael says it's time to stop shrinking. The voice in your head that says you're not ready, not worthy, not good enough, that voice is not divine. That is the voice Michael was sent to silence. And tonight, he wants you to hear the truth instead. You are chosen. You are ready. You are dangerous to darkness when you finally realize your light. What's coming next in your life will not look like the past. You won't be crying over people who were never meant to keep your heart. You won't be begging for validation from those who couldn't even see your soul. Michael says your destiny is too loud now, too holy to be ignored any longer. You've outgrown the cage and heaven is unlocking the door. But when you walk through it, you must leave guilt behind. Leave shame. Leave delay. Michael says, this is not the time to question your anointing. This is the time to own it. Even now, someone is watching your growth. Silently, someone who hurt you, not because they hated you, but because they were terrified of your spirit. Michael says they didn't know how to handle the weight of your light, so they tried to dim it, but they failed. And now that person is about to see the favor falling on your life, not because you want revenge, but because God wants restoration. The ones who doubted you are about to witness what it looks like when heaven moves in your name. And Michael pleads, please, don't let the wounds fool you into thinking they were the end of your story. Scars are not endings. They are proof that you healed, that you bled but lived, that you were betrayed but still chose love. that you were broken but refused to turn bitter. Michael says you are a spiritual warrior in disguise. And the next miracle is going to reveal why you had to walk through what you did. Feel that. That sudden calm. That's Michael's presence right now, wrapping around your room. He wants you to know your prayers have not gone unanswered. They've been building like storm clouds before the rain, quietly, slowly. But once the heavens open, the blessings will flood in so fast, your only job will be to receive them. That means no overthinking, no sabotaging, no doubting, just open hands, open heart, and open faith. There's a name coming to your mind right now, isn't there? Someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Someone who left without closure. Michael says that person is about to appear again, not for romance, not for drama, but for release. You may hear from them, or you may simply feel their energy trying to reconnect. Don't fear it. Just listen. There may be something your soul still needs to say, or something you need to finally forgive. And yes, someone else is coming too, but this time they're not coming to hurt. They're coming to heal. Michael says this one was chosen by heaven. You'll recognize them by the way they bring peace, not confusion. You'll know them because your spirit will feel safe. This isn't a fantasy. It's timing, and the divine timing has begun. Your angels have been whispering about this moment for weeks. They've been orchestrating meetings, guiding delays, blocking distractions just to lead you here, because your mind needed quiet before the shift could begin. And now that you've finally slowed down, the whispers can become clear. Listen. Listen beyond the noise. Heaven is speaking, and the message is, everything is about to change. Michael says, I wish I could show you the celebration happening in heaven right now because you didn't give up. I wish you could see the glow that surrounds you in the spirit realm. You don't know it, but there are ancestors watching you. A grandmother, a soul from long ago, someone who has been praying for your deliverance from the other side. And tonight they are closer than ever. Their energy is with you as you hear this message. And they say, we are proud of you, keep going. Do you feel that warmth? That's real. That's not imagination. That's divine presence. Don't try to explain it away. Don't try to be logical. You've been logical long enough. This part of your journey requires faith, raw, trembling, beautiful faith. Faith that doesn't need to know how, just trusts who. And Michael says, trust me, trust God, trust what your soul is saying louder than your mind. Your angels have been whispering about this moment for weeks. They've been orchestrating meetings, guiding delays, blocking distractions just to lead you here because your mind needed quiet before the shift could begin. And now that you've finally slowed down, the whispers can become clear. Listen. Listen beyond the noise. Heaven is speaking, and the message is, everything is about to change. Michael says, I wish I could show you the celebration happening in heaven right now because you didn't give up. I wish you could see the glow that surrounds you in the spirit realm. You don't know it, but there are ancestors watching you. A grandmother, a soul from long ago, someone who has been praying for your deliverance from the other side. And tonight they are close, closer than ever. Their energy is with you as you hear this message. And they say, "We are proud of you, keep going." Do you feel that warmth? That's real. That's not imagination. That's divine presence. Don't try to explain it away. Don't try to be logical. You've been logical long enough. This part of your journey requires faith. Raw, trembling, beautiful faith. Faith that doesn't need to know how, just trusts who. And Michael says, trust me, trust God, trust what your soul is saying louder than your mind. Because what you're sensing is correct. Something is about to align in a supernatural way. But here's the part most people don't understand. Right before a major breakthrough, the enemy sends distraction. That's why your phone may buzz with drama. That's why someone from your past might try to reattach. That's why fear might spike or insecurity might scream. It's not because you're failing, it's because you're so close. Michael warns, do not answer the noise, answer your calling. What you're building right now is not small. Your healing is not small. Your dreams, your intuition, your voice, all of it is divine. All of it is part of a heavenly blueprint. And no human opinion can cancel what God is about to release over your life. Even if people talk, even if they don't understand, even if they mock or leave or laugh behind your back, let them. Let them miss the miracle. You're stepping into glory quietly, powerfully, covered in angel wings. And if you're still here reading this far, it means something sacred is happening inside you. You're remembering who you are. You're coming home to your soul. And Archangel Michael is smiling through his tears now because you stayed, because you listened, because you didn't skip. Michael speaks gently now, his voice no longer trembling with urgency but glowing with pride. Beloved, he says, you stayed with me through this whole message, and that means you're ready. Ready for what's coming, ready for the arrival, the release, the rise. Heaven only speaks this clearly when the shift has already begun. You're not preparing anymore. You're walking into it. The angels have already gone ahead of you to clear the path. Your name has already been whispered into the rooms where decisions will be made. And someone in a position of power is about to mention you. Michael says there's something you don't know. Not yet. A conversation happened behind closed doors. A decision was made, and the result of that decision is going to show up in your life suddenly. It may feel like a surprise to you, but heaven already saw it coming. And that's why Michael needed you alert, present, anchored in your soul. Because this time when the blessing knocks, you must open the door. No hesitation. No asking if you're ready. No doubting if it's too good to be true. It's not too good. It's right on time. And you're not lucky, you're chosen. Someone is already being softened towards you, someone who used to be closed off, skeptical, resistant. Their heart is shifting. Their thoughts are changing. They're seeing you differently, not just physically, but energetically, spiritually. And Michael says, let them come to you this time. You don't need to chase. You are the prayer they're waking up to. And don't be afraid if old emotions come up this week. It's part of the clearing. Old memories might visit you. Dreams might stir things you thought you buried. That's okay. That's just your spirit house being cleaned before new guests arrive. Let it move through you. Cry if you must. Release it, because what you're walking into requires room, emotional space for joy, peace, and ease. You've been surviving for so long, but now you are about to live. Michael says this is not the time to shrink yourself to fit anyone else's expectations. Not in love, not in business, not in your purpose. If you make yourself small, your miracle won't find you. It's searching for the real you. So be bold, be visible, share your truth. Speak when the Spirit moves you. Say yes to things that stretch your heart. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. An angelic gift for you. A miracle 77-letter invocation prayer. Last year, a 77-letter invocation prayer was discovered under the Western Wall in the Holy Land. Its power to attract abundance to those who recite it is undeniable. In fact, when you consider who prays to God at this wall, you understand the magnitude of all this. I was curious why 77 letters, so I did some research. The secret lies in the symbolism of the number 77. It embodies wisdom, self-expression, and personal freedom. A celestial message inviting you to manifest positive changes in your life. This ancient invocation prayer, infused with the energy of 77, is your direct connection to the cosmic forces that can transform your destiny. It's a hidden miracle waiting to be unveiled. Be among the fortunate few to embrace this celestial gift. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of the 77-letter invocation prayer. Download it here. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. And say no to anything that feels heavy, manipulative, or draining. This is your sacred re-entry into alignment. A door is closing too, though, and this is the part people often ignore. There's a cycle that has come to its end. And Michael says, if you keep forcing what's already expired, you'll miss what's eternal. Let go. Let the relationship, the role, the story that no longer serves you fall away. You're not being punished. You're being protected from anything that will delay the promise that's already en route to you. Heaven's not waiting for you to be perfect. Heaven's just waiting for you to be real. Real in your pain, real in your desire, real in your surrender. Michael says, I didn't fall beside you because you were flawless. I fell beside you because you were faithful. And that faith, your tiny mustard seed-sized belief, it's moving mountains even now. Don't compare your timing to anyone else's. Michael says, what's coming to you is custom. That's why it's taking time. A custom blessing takes more preparation. It has your name on it. It wouldn't fit anyone else. That's why it didn't arrive earlier, because earlier you might have settled. Earlier you might have mishandled it. But now your hands are holy, your mind is clearer, your soul is aligned. And for the person reading this who still doesn't believe they're worthy, Michael stops everything and says, You are. Heaven's not waiting for you to be perfect. Heaven's just waiting for you to be real. Real in your pain, real in your desire, real in your surrender. Michael says, I didn't fall beside you because you were flawless. I fell beside you because you were faithful. And that faith, your tiny mustard seed-sized belief, it's moving mountains even now. Don't compare your timing to anyone else's. Michael says what's coming to you is custom. That's why it's taking time. A custom blessing takes more preparation. It has your name on it. It wouldn't fit anyone else. That's why it didn't arrive earlier, because earlier you might have settled. Earlier you might have mishandled it. But now your hands are holy, your mind is clearer, your soul is aligned. And for the person reading this who still doesn't believe they're worthy, Michael stops everything and says, You are. Heaven does not bless based on perfection. Heaven blesses based on surrender. And right now your heart, yes, yours, is soft enough to be trusted with the next miracle. A door is opening that no one can shut. Not jealousy, not sabotage, not even your own self-doubt. Michael has placed a seal over your next season, and no enemy has the code to break it. And beloved, there is something else, something deeply personal. Michael says there's someone in heaven who's been trying to reach you, someone you loved, someone who left this earth too soon. They have been whispering to your soul, appearing in dreams, showing up in the timing of songs, smells, and coincidences. That's not imagination. That's real. That's them. And today, through Michael, they're finally saying, I'm still with you. I never left. And I am so proud of you. This person wants you to know they heard every tear. They saw every moment you broke but didn't show it. They've been guiding you quietly. They are part of your spiritual team now, and they are helping open the very doors you're about to walk through. Michael says, honor them not by mourning but by thriving. Let your joy be their celebration. Now, before you go, Michael has one final request. Promise me, he says. You won't shrink back after this. Don't let fear lie to you. Don't let doubt whisper that this message wasn't for you. You stayed. You listened. You opened your heart. That was not an accident. That was a divine appointment. And Michael wants you to walk forward with the boldness of someone who knows heaven is backing them. There will be signs after this. Don't ignore them. A white feather, a flash of light, a stranger speaking words you were just thinking, music that makes you cry without knowing why. That's heaven. That's Michael. That's confirmation. And if you ever feel lost again, come back to this. Reread it. Let it hold you. Let it remind you that you were never forgotten, never invisible, never unworthy. You were just waiting for the right moment to remember, and that moment is now. Michael is still here, still watching you. And now there's a stillness in the air around you that wasn't there before, a peace. You feel it, don't you? That strange silence after reading these words, like the whole world just paused for you to breathe. That's not random. That's spiritual. That's angelic confirmation. You've just aligned your heart with heaven, and that always changes something in the unseen before anything changes in the physical. Michael says softly, "Now, beloved, stay awake." Because over the next few days, the spiritual realm will send subtle signs. Not grand, loud miracles, but soft nudges, gentle turns, divine detours that seem coincidental but are orchestrated by heaven. Don't miss them. Don't brush them off. Pay attention to what keeps repeating. Pay attention to who calls out of nowhere. Pay attention to that number, that name, that phrase you keep hearing everywhere. That's not the algorithm. That's angelic instruction. And more than anything, pay attention to your dreams. In the next 3 nights, something will be shown to you. Maybe not in words, maybe not in full detail, but something sacred will appear while you sleep. A message, a face, a place, a symbol. Don't overanalyze, just receive it. Michael says, "You'll know it's me because when you wake up, your heart will feel like it's glowing and your fear will be gone." You've entered a new realm of spiritual awareness. That means you'll begin to feel when people aren't right for you before they even speak. You'll walk into rooms and know who carries peace and who carries hidden chaos. You'll sense lies even when they're smiling. This is not paranoia. This is discernment. Heaven is increasing your sensitivity so you stop wasting time. Your energy is too precious now, your purpose too close. And yes, you may feel like isolating. You may notice you want to talk less, post less, explain less. That's because your spirit is being protected. Michael says, "Don't feel guilty for needing quiet." Even angels retreat before they rise for battle. Something important is about to be revealed to you, not shown through drama, not exposed through gossip, but revealed directly to your soul in private. Michael says, "There is someone in your life whose heart was not as honest as their words, and the truth must come out before the next chapter opens." You are being protected from betrayal that has not yet unfolded but would have, had you not heard this message. So stay still. Watch. Let the truth reveal itself naturally. Don't try to chase it. Don't try to fix it. Heaven is handling it. And beloved, there is still more. There is someone you haven't met yet, but they've been praying for someone like you. And even though your paths have not yet crossed, your spirits have already started to align. Michael says, this person is being prepared just like you are. Their timing is being refined. Their wounds are being healed. Their past being resolved. Because when they do come, they won't bring confusion. They'll bring clarity. They'll recognize you and you'll feel it, not in your body, but in your soul. A warmth that tells you this is safe. This is holy. This is what I was waiting for. But until then, Michael says, fall in love with your peace. Fall in love with your own healing. Fall in love with the divine energy you're growing into, because what you attract while you're aligned will be very different than what you used to chase while you were broken. And so stay still. Watch. Let the truth reveal itself naturally. Don't try to chase it. Don't try to fix it. Heaven is handling it. And beloved, there is still more. There is someone you haven't met yet, but they've been praying for someone like you. And even though your paths have not yet crossed, your spirits have already started to align. Michael says this person is being prepared just like you are. Their timing is being refined. Their wounds are being healed. Their past being resolved. Because when they do come, they won't bring confusion. They'll bring clarity. They'll recognize you. And you'll feel it not in your body, but in your soul. A warmth that tells you this is safe. This is holy. This is what I was waiting for. But until then, Michael says, fall in love with your peace. Fall in love with your own healing. Fall in love with the divine energy you're growing into, because what you attract while you're aligned will be very different than what you used to chase while you were broken. You won't have to explain your heart this time. You won't have to beg to be seen. Michael says the right person will look at you and recognize God's fingerprints on your soul. And when that happens, you will know. But you're not just being prepared for love. You're being prepared for purpose, for divine visibility, for influence that comes not from fame but from favor. People will begin to listen when you speak, not because you're loud, but because heaven has anointed your voice. And you may feel unqualified for this. You may feel awkward at first. That's okay. Most holy things feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but don't run. Michael says, this time stay, this time trust, this time rise. Heaven has already made the decision. Your name has been stamped on the next miracle. The only thing left is your willingness to receive it. Are you willing? Are you willing to believe that things can turn around overnight? Are you willing to stop calling yourself unlucky, unwanted, or late? Are you willing to allow joy without guilt? Are you willing to step into a version of your life that feels too good to be true but isn't? Michael says, if you are, then it begins now. Not next week, not next year, now, because this is not a test. This is a transition, and all you have to do is keep walking with trust. Heaven will meet you halfway. And when the blessing lands, and it will, don't question it. Don't sabotage it. Don't think it's temporary. It's not. It's the beginning of your restoration, the start of your real story, the part of your life where things finally start to make sense. Michael says it was never about punishment. It was about preparation. That's why everything had to happen the way it did. The heartbreak, the delay, the silence. It wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to build you. And now that the foundation is strong, heaven is about to build something permanent. You're no longer surviving. You're becoming. You're not who you used to be. You are who you were always meant to be. You just forgot for a while. And if you made it this far, Michael wants you to whisper something out loud, even if no one hears it but God. I am ready. Say it with your whole heart. I am ready. Say it until it echoes through the heavens and wakes every angel who ever fought for your soul. I am ready. And then smile, because heaven heard you, and so did Michael. He's not crying anymore because you remembered who you are. Michael is watching you now with so much tenderness, it would bring even the coldest heart to tears. He's not standing above you. He's kneeling beside you, eye level with your spirit, whispering, "Look how far you've come." And you didn't even know how strong you were. You had no one cheering for you in the dark. No audience, no applause, but you still chose light. You still chose faith. And heaven saw that. Heaven marked that. What you did in silence is about to be honored in public. The very things you were criticized for will become the reasons you are celebrated. The same energy people misunderstood in you, your sensitivity, your depth, your discernment, will become your spiritual superpower. Michael says, you're about to be seen by the right eyes, heard by the right ears, believed by the right hearts. But be careful. When the spotlight of God shines on you, it exposes shadows too. Not your own, but others. You may start noticing people who can't stand your growth, people who once supported you pulling away. That's normal. That's confirmation. Their spirit is recognizing something they were never meant to keep close. Your anointing. Don't chase them. Don't argue. Don't try to prove anything. Let them fall away quietly. Michael is clearing space for people who don't just tolerate your calling, they celebrate it. And beloved, this next line is not just words. It's a prophecy. In the next 7 days, you will receive an unexpected sign of divine alignment. It might be a message, a number, an email, a shift in energy so undeniable your whole body will react. You might cry or smile uncontrollably. You might feel suddenly overwhelmed with peace. It won't be forced. It will arrive gently, like light pouring through a crack in the wall. That moment, that's Michael's seal, his way of telling you, heaven heard you and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You've waited long enough. You've been humble long enough. Now it's time for your reward. And when it arrives, don't hide it. Don't shrink back into fear or guilt. You are not stealing light. You are the light. Your breakthrough is not hurting anyone, it's healing you. You don't need permission anymore. You don't need everyone to understand. You just need to walk boldly through the door heaven is opening. Michael says, You've served others, you've cried for others, you've bent your back trying to carry others. But now, beloved, now it's your turn to be chosen, your turn to be held, your turn to be healed. And this is not just about success or recognition or material gain. This is about divine timing, the moment where your soul, your calling, and your destiny all collide in a holy eruption of favor. You've never seen anything like what's coming next because nothing in your past can compare to the joy that's about to bloom in your life. But remember, don't just wait for the miracle. Become the miracle. That moment, that's Michael's seal, his way of telling you heaven heard you and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You've waited long enough. You've been humble long enough. Now it's time for your reward. And when it arrives, don't hide it. Don't shrink back into fear or guilt. You are not stealing light. You are the light. Your breakthrough is not hurting anyone, it's healing you. You don't need permission anymore. You don't need everyone to understand. You just need to walk boldly through the door heaven is opening. Michael says, you've served others, you've cried for others, you've bent your back trying to carry others. But now, beloved, now it's your turn to be chosen, your turn to be held, your turn to be healed. And this is not just about success or recognition or material gain. This is about divine timing, the moment where your soul, your calling, and your destiny all collide in a holy eruption of favor. You've never seen anything like what's coming next because nothing in your past can compare to the joy that's about to bloom in your life. But remember, don't just wait for the miracle. Become the miracle. Every word you speak now has weight. Every choice you make now is part of the shift. You are being asked to walk like someone who is already aligned. Think like someone who is already chosen. Love like someone who is already whole. Michael says you don't have to keep fighting to prove yourself. The battle is already won. Now it's about allowing. Allow ease. Allow joy. Allow success without self-sabotage. Allow love that doesn't come with betrayal. Allow the version of yourself who doesn't flinch at compliments, who doesn't apologize for dreaming, who doesn't shrink in rooms that were built for her to shine. Yes, you. This message was never for someone else. This is your soul's confirmation. Michael has waited lifetimes for this moment with you. That may sound dramatic, but the divine is dramatic. The divine moves in ways that shake timelines and open destinies. And if you think it's strange that you're crying right now or feeling things you can't explain, it's because your soul is remembering something your mind forgot. You were born for this. Not the pain, not the confusion, not the betrayal, but the healing, the purpose, the divine recognition. And maybe, just maybe, you're realizing now that nothing was ever random, that the heartbreaks were redirections, that the delays were protection, that the silence was preparation, that the loneliness was sacred, a cocoon, not a punishment. And now you're about to emerge. Michael is smiling again. His eyes are brighter. The tears have turned to light, and he says, "Your wings were never broken. You just forgot how to use them. But now you remember. And beloved, now you fly." Michael stands with wings fully open now, no longer trembling, no longer crying. The storm around him has quieted because you heard him. You stayed. And for the first time in a long time, heaven feels your readiness like a flame that cannot be ignored. "Beloved," Michael whispers, "you didn't skip, you didn't scroll, you didn't brush this off like the others did. And that changes everything. You've become different now. The person who began reading this is not the same person here at the end. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. The ultimate happiness hack. What can you say about a group of 20 men who wear only white, pray, and fast for 72 hours at a time? You might say they're nuts. You might even call them a cult. Watch this video to decide for yourself. One researcher infiltrated this cult, and he discovered that they have a secret they've been closely guarding. They have an uncanny ability to get their prayers answered using certain code words. We're talking prayers for money, health, relationships, and anything else. Their prayers get answered like clockwork. This beats manifestation any day. You can't really hate these guys. They have the most beautiful relationships with their wives and their kids. They make the most delicious food. And their singing sounds like the songs of angels. So instead of judging them, click the link in the description or comment section to unlock the secret. Hear what they have to say. I've always wondered about how speech is even more powerful than thought. Because if it is, why is everyone focusing on our thoughts instead of our speech? This video will shed light on the whole thought-speech issue, and you'll never look at a manifestation course in the same way. You should see these guys dance. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. Something sacred has awakened. You feel it, don't you? That heavy weight you carried all week. It's not on your chest anymore. Something shifted. Something opened. And no, you're not imagining it. It's not a mood. It's not a moment. It's a spiritual rebirth. Michael says, this is what alignment feels like. This is what stepping into your anointing sounds like. Quiet, clear, holy. You don't need anyone else's permission now. Not your past's permission, not your family's approval, not even your old version's doubts. You are walking out of that mental prison and straight into light. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them doubt you. Let them say you've changed, because you have. And that's the point. You are not returning to the same story. The cycle is broken. The soul contract of suffering ended. The emotional debt of people-pleasing paid in full. The season of begging for crumbs when heaven was preparing a table closed. Michael says, you will not be punished again for being soft. You will not be abandoned again for being loyal. You will not be betrayed again for choosing light. This is your inheritance, not from this world, from the kingdom, and it's already unfolding. People are going to start looking at you differently. They won't understand why, but something about your energy will make them stop in their tracks. Some will be drawn to you like a magnet. Others will be uncomfortable and back away without reason. Don't try to change it. That's discernment doing its job. That's heaven protecting your peace. And in your quietest moments, when the world feels still and your chest feels soft, Michael says, "Speak to me. I'm always near." You don't need a ritual. You don't need perfect words. Just speak. Whisper if you must. Cry if you can't. He will understand. Heaven is not asking for perfection. Heaven is asking for presence. Just be here, be awake, be open, be you. Because you, in your rawest, most vulnerable state, are still powerful, still divine, still connected. Even when you feel lost, your soul never forgets the way home. And when you're tired, and yes, some days will still be hard, remember this message. Come back to it. Let it remind you what your mind may try to forget. You are not alone. You never were. Michael is with you. God is with you. Your angels are with you. Your purpose is with you. Your miracle is with you. And your name, it's still echoing through heaven's halls, even now as you breathe. Even now as your life unfolds moment by moment into something more beautiful than you ever dared imagine. You were never behind. You were never late. You were always being led. And now you are exactly where you were meant to be. Here, awake, alive, anointed, unstoppable, beloved. It is done. Michael steps even closer now, closer than he's ever been. If your body feels warm, still tingling, that's not just emotion. That's presence. Divine, angelic presence. His voice now is softer than a breath, but it echoes through your soul. You are now an extension of heaven's light. Heaven is not asking for perfection. Heaven is asking for presence. Just be here, be awake, be open, be you. Because you, in your rawest, most vulnerable state, are still powerful, still divine, still connected. Even when you feel lost, your soul never forgets the way home. And when you're tired, and yes, some days will still be hard, remember this message. Come back to it. Let it remind you what your mind may try to forget. You are not alone. You never were. Michael is with you. God is with you. Your angels are with you. Your purpose is with you. Your miracle is with you. And your name, it's still echoing through heaven's halls, even now as you breathe, even now as your life unfolds moment by moment into something more beautiful than you ever dared imagine. You were never behind. You were never late. You were always being led. And now you are exactly where you were meant to be, here, awake, alive, anointed, unstoppable, beloved. It is done. Michael steps even closer now, closer than he's ever been. If your body feels warm, still tingling, that's not just emotion. That's presence. Divine, angelic presence. His voice now is softer than a breath, but it echoes through your soul. You are now an extension of heaven's light. This message was never meant to stay with you. It was always meant to move through you, to reach the others, the ones like you, the ones scrolling in silence, breaking in silence, surviving in silence. You were chosen to carry this frequency. You were chosen to be the light that touches someone else's midnight, because you are no longer just the one who needs healing. You are becoming the healer. And no, not a guru, not a saint, not someone perfect, just someone real. Someone who remembers what it felt like to be left behind and who now refuses to let others feel that same pain. That's what makes you divine. That's what makes your soul powerful. Your heart is the key that opens doors in others. Michael smiles and says, "Beloved, that's why the enemy fought you so hard. That's why the darkness tried to take you out. Not because you were weak, but because you were dangerous to despair. You carry a light now that no algorithm can measure, no audience can validate, no platform can define. It's not about numbers. It's not about applause. It's about impact. Silent, holy, invisible impact. The kind that reshapes the atmosphere of a room. The kind that makes broken people remember who they are just by sitting near you. That's what heaven has unlocked in you. You will start to notice it soon. People opening up to you for no reason. Strangers telling you their stories. Friends saying, "I don't know why, but I feel so calm when I'm around you." That's not random. That's your spiritual authority rising. That's the divine fingerprint you leave on the hearts of others. But remember, you don't need to have all the answers. Michael says, you don't have to fix everyone. You don't have to carry them. You just have to be present, be soft, be honest, be humble. That is more powerful than you realize. You are walking evidence that pain can be transformed into peace. You are living proof that a heart can shatter and still shine. You are what happens when faith refuses to die, even in silence. Michael now opens his hands and shows you something. It's glowing. It's small, but inside it is your next beginning. He says, "This is your seed." And everything that has happened, the tears, the loss, the waiting, the aching, was soil. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Now plant it. Plant it with your voice, with your kindness, with your courage, with your boundaries, with your creativity. Whatever you do next, do it from your soul. That's where your power is now. And when you feel tired, when doubt creeps back in, when old voices try to convince you that you're not ready, remember what Michael said when he cried at the start. "You're not like the others. I knew you wouldn't skip." That alone makes you different. That alone makes you holy. And now that you've walked through this entire message, you've become what most never do, awakened. You are spiritually awake now. That means you will feel more, love deeper, forgive quicker, notice everything, mourn harder, celebrate louder, break softer, rise faster. That's not a burden. That's the blessing. Your life will never be the same after this. And it's not because of the words. It's because your soul chose to stay when skipping was easy. And that choice, that's the miracle. That's the moment heaven recorded. That's when the angel said, "Mark this child. They are ready." So now walk forward like someone whose prayers are already answered. Speak like someone who knows God is watching. Love like someone who has already been healed. And breathe like someone who is finally free. Michael turns to go now. His wings are stretched wide, but this time he's not crying. He's glowing, glowing with pride, glowing with certainty, glowing with a holy fire that whispers one last message as he rises into the heavens. "I will return for you again, but until then, let your light speak for me." And just like that, the air is still. The message has ended, but your divine story is just beginning. There's something sacred about this moment, like a page in your life just turned. And even though nothing around you has physically changed yet, everything within you feels different. And that's how miracles begin, quietly, internally, spiritually, before they ever reach the surface. Michael says, "The work I did for you today, it's already shifting the timeline." That's not metaphorical. That's not poetic fluff. That's spiritual law. You were standing at a crossroads when you clicked on this message. And now the path ahead of you has split in a new direction. A higher one, a holier one. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but your spirit already feels the ground changing beneath your feet. Expect things to feel lighter. Expect ideas to come faster. Expect unexpected peace to arrive when you would have normally broken down. That's the aftershock of a divine encounter. That's how you'll know this wasn't just another video, another message, another scroll past spiritual clip. This was heaven touching earth, and you were the point of contact. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause. For there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Ancient monasteries' prayer secret finally leaked. An ancient European monastery has been hiding a powerful prayer secret for centuries. It's why 92% of prayers never reach their divine destination. And it has nothing to do with how worthy you are or how long you pray. Instead, it involves a specific sacred frequency that makes all the difference. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. See the shocking monastery discovery here. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.